So this is a vibration motor. What it does is create vibrations. You want to hear what it sounds like? Check this out. This is a vibration motor. It uses the piezo effect to generate a vibration. If you don't know what the piezo effect is, what it is you have two electrodes squeezing in some type of material in the middle. I'll put up a picture on the screen so it makes more sense than me just putting two blurry hands in front, but these two electrodes have electricity flowing through them, compressing and messing with the material in between, and that causes it to kind of go aggressive and crazy and create this vibration. It's actually somewhat similar to how speakers work, except it's not trying to do these beautiful sounds or some kind of buzz sounds. It's just doing raw vibration output. So when I connect the sensor and I plug it in and I power it up, it's not going to sound nice at all. It's just going to go kind of like your phone when you leave it on the table and it buzzes. So what you're going to need for this build is 3 cables and your Arduino. I'm going to be using a breadboard as always because it holds the sensor for me instead of it just flinging around. The sensor has 3 pins: ground, VCC, and in. Ground always stands for ground, VCC stands for 5-volt power in this case, and then the next one is going to be our input pin, which is where we're going to trigger the sensor. Right now it has all the power it needs to operate, but this yellow cable is going to be what tells it to trigger. So we're going to plug that in, and we should be ready to go. Plug the Arduino into your computer and open up your Arduino editor to start writing the code. The process is really simple this time. All you have to do is tell it what pin you're plugged into. So I plugged in my yellow pin into the digital 3 port, which is just the number 3. After that, you got to go and tell the board that pin mode, pin 3, is going to be an output pin. Now it knows that it's going to be sending power out from that pin and not receiving it or doing anything else. Then you can go in your loop and you can potentially do anything that you want. You can have this go and connect to a switch. So when you flick the switch on, it starts vibrating. You can make a button that when the button's pressed, it starts vibrating. You can make it so it's triggered by a sensor, like let's say a motion sensor. So when somebody walks in front of the motion sensor, it starts vibrating like crazy, letting you know that something is in front of it. We're not going to do that. We're just going to go super simple with this and just write out digital write. Inside of that, we're going to go and call the pin that we're on, and we're going to start off with low. Then I'm just going to take this, copy paste it a couple times, and in between the others, I'm going to add a delay of 1 second, which is 1,000 milliseconds. So just put that over there. And again, we're going to copy paste that. Control T if you want it to shift it over. And then the one last step is to change this right here to be high. Now what's going to happen is it's going to make sure the sensor is off. Wait a second, turn it on, wait a second, turn it off, and repeat the process. So every second it's going to buzz. Upload the code to your Arduino. If it says you have a problem with your board, make sure in my case that it's actually plugged into the computer. Now that it's plugged in, we're going to try it one more time. And if we're on the wrong board, just go to Tools and update board to be on the right COM port. I can feel it vibrating on the table, but I don't know if you guys will actually be able to hear it. So I'm going to take the mic off of my shirt and put a metal spoon or a plastic spoon on the sensor so that you guys can hear it buzzing. So here's what it sounds just as ambient sound. I'm sure you guys can't hear that, so we're going to take this plastic spoon right here and just place it on top, and now you can actually hear the vibrations. If I had to guess, this would be about what a phone would have in it. It's not too powerful, it's not shaking my hand, but it's definitely noticeable, and if I had it in my pocket, I would be pulling it out to see what's wrong.